ready to do this originally. So I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. It's supposed to be a pep rally, right? I have to pick my energy up. I think I'm just a little disturbed that I can't figure out how to get the Q&A working on here. So I'm going to task Janelle with that really quick. Give me 1 second. And I have a surprise for you guys. Just 1 second. How I can enable that. Sorry, guys. I really want you to be able to ask your questions because that's part of the purpose of this pep rally. It's for me to acclimate myself with you guys and for you to get a better understanding of who I am, but also for me to answer any questions that you might have. And while we can take them to Twitter, I really don't have the capacity to toggle between Twitter and this hangout, as well as I don't really have the capacity to keep checking on Facebook or wherever it may be. So I want to figure out how to get this working. Janelle is working on it right now. Hopefully we will get that resolved. And so let me just go ahead and get started with who am I? If you're not familiar, if you haven't watched the video in the group, if you're not familiar with MyFab Finance, my name is Tonya Rapley. I am the founder of MyFab Finance. I created MyFab Finance in 2013 to be, it originally was my accountability partner, and now MyFab Finance has grown into this tremendous, amazing site that allows me to work with men and women across the country around their personal finance needs and helping support them along their personal finance journey. So it's really exciting. Banish the Balance is my first ever challenge. MyFab Finance has been around for about 3 years, but I realize, and I've grown as a financial educator, and one of the things that I have grown in my walk as a financial educator is realizing that debt is not necessary. It's not necessary. It's not okay. I feel like I began to change my perspective of debt probably mid to late last year. And then one of my really good friends paid off over $100,000 in student loan debt in 3 years. And I was like, and she feels so free. Like she's just like, I can do what I want. I don't have any debt. And I realized that debt doesn't have to be part of our story. It is possible to eliminate it from our lives. You don't necessarily need to have, you don't have to have debt to have good credit. And so I wanted to create a challenge that encouraged people to become debt free, to take control of their financial freedom and stop working to pay other people. Because when we create debt, we essentially are working to pay someone else, right? So the Banish the Balance challenge is about changing that. It's about changing your personal narrative and reclaiming it and repositioning your finances so that you have a surplus and you're not always in a deficit. You don't always owe someone. You actually are putting that money in savings. So once you pay off the debts, now you're able to put that money in savings and really do what you love, like really do it. And so that's why I created this challenge. It's patterned after one of my good friends, Candace, over at Young Yet Wise. She has a challenge. And so it's patterned after her. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys do, what we all do. As I said, I am going to be participating in this challenge as well. I'm working to eliminate debt. This has changed the way I approach my finances now. I use all extra money, all extra income to put a dent in my debt. So I'm really looking forward to experiencing this transformation with you guys. And I just want to say, I'm looking at my notes because I didn't want to leave anything out. I knew I was like really excited and I didn't want to leave anything out. So I'm looking at my notes and I just wanted to say we have 3,668 people registered for this challenge. Like 3,668. And that is absolutely amazing. If any of you have been following MyFab Finance and following the platform, you know that my goal was 2,500. I was like, I get 2,500 people, I am good. I am happy, success. We have 3,600 people. So I surpassed that goal by 1,100 and I'm excited. I'm excited. I feel responsible and I'm really ready. I am really ready to help people create a transformation in their lives. And so what I do want you guys to think about while we're doing this challenge is to let go of failures. I know we have a Facebook group. Facebook group is amazing. And I feel like a lot of us share our stories. One of the things I feel like is a lot of us, and this was actually what my pastor spoke about in service today. And it's that, and I'm just looking at the notes because I don't want to jack it up. It's letting go of past failures. If you don't remember anything from this, remember that. Let go of your past failures. The past only exists when we bring it into the present. So you are not that person who created debt a couple of years ago. You're not this person. You're not that person. Let go of the failures. So anything that you say, I tried paying off debt before. Every year I set the resolution and intention to pay off debt. Whatever, let that go, because you're not that same person. Let that experience go. One of the most beautiful things that God has given us is memory. And we have the ability to remember our most pleasant moments in our lives, whether it's, the first time our children said, mommy, or I love you, or whether it is getting that promotion or graduating, or whatever is a pleasant memory for you. We have the ability to remember that. Just how we somehow forget our pleasant memories when we're thinking about bad memories, forget the bad memories. Like, only choose to have good memories and memories of when you were successful. And I want you to think about that during this challenge. All that other stuff is irrelevant. What you've done with debt is irrelevant. This is about you in the now and what you're going to do, the experience you're creating for yourself. Okay? So I just want you to remember that. I want you to focus on that. Tonya from yesterday, Ashley from yesterday, Janelle from yesterday, Chanel from yesterday, whoever, whatever your name may be. We're creating new experiences. These are new memories, and we're committed to paying down debt and changing our story. And so I also wanted to surprise you guys. We have two surprises. I recently was in contact with a young woman who significantly paid off her debt. And so she's going to join us. I'm going to loop her in a few. She's going to join us. I'm going to add her to the conversation so that she can share her story with you guys about paying off debt and what worked for her. And you have to excuse that I live on a very busy street. So obviously there's an emergency in Brooklyn. So she's going to share her experience, but also we have a sponsor for the challenge. And so eCredit Hero has joined us as a sponsor for the challenge. They're in the group. You might have seen Nicole Sanchez. eCredit Hero is absolutely amazing. They help people repair their credit for free. Like, you text the number. I'll make sure to share the information in the group. You text the number and they help you pay off your debt for free. So, not pay off your debt. They help you repair your credit for free. They do all that. They send out the letters, everything on your behalf. They do it for free. And we're joined forces with them to sponsor a $250 cash prize. Well, money prize, because I can't say we're going to mail you $250 in cash. It'd probably be PayPal to you or something. But $250 will go to the person who pays off the most debt during this challenge. That's awesome. $250. Whoever pays off the most debt during this challenge is going to get that prize from eCredit Hero. So we're actually matching them. So it's amazing. I am so excited to be able to reward you guys in a way outside of just saying like yay and high five and congratulations. We're putting our money where our mouth is and we're giving you money. I can't win the money. And I will send out the rules for how it will work and everything else later on today. Once I post this in the group, I'll upload it to the files in the Facebook group. And for those of you who don't use Facebook, I will make sure that you get it in your inbox. So I think that's the last thing I had to say. And then, I just wanted to tell you what you can expect during the challenge before I dial in Brittany. Here's what you can expect from the challenge. You're going to get your first email tomorrow morning. Your first email, it's going to tell you what you need to do. It's going to have a worksheet in it. And that going forward, that's how it's going to work. You're going to get an email every morning. They'll go out at 6 a.m. So if you wake up before 6 a.m., check your inbox after you wake up. But otherwise, it'll be waiting in your inbox when you wake up. And then every Friday, if you want to be part of the cash challenge, the actual challenge where you can win the $250 pot, then you will need to upload proof, like a picture. You could just take a picture of your screen or whatever it may be of you paying that debt, like the success, you made a payment, whatever it may be. Take a picture of that and upload it to our link. Every Friday, we'll send you an email to remind you to upload your debt by the end of the weekend. And you'll just click on that and submit your debt payment, the proof of your debt payment with that in that submission form. So it's really easy, really straightforward. I don't want this to be complicated. Tonya doesn't do complicated well. As you can see, I haven't figured out how to get this chat box working yet. So it's not going to be very complicated, but if you have any questions, me and Janelle are here. Hopefully I will be able to fix this Q&A aspect of it, and you'll be able to ask your questions. So let me go ahead and invite Brittany right now. Oh, Janelle just sent me something really quick about uploading it. Oh, it says I have to initiate the Hangout on air from YouTube live events. Oh, so you guys might be able to type questions and comments under the Google. Let me see something. Oh, I can see your comments, guys. Oh, yay. I can see them. I can see them. I can see them. Hold on. Yay. Oh, yay. This is so exciting. Okay. Awesome. Oh, this is so amazing. I was really upset that I was not going to be able to see you guys' comments. Okay, so yay. All right, so let me go ahead and get Brittany on here. I'm going to invite her now. Brittany. And she should be standing by. Let me just let her know that I have sent her a request. Yay. Hey, LaToya. Hey, Jasmine. LaToya. Hey, Jasmine. Hey, Kenya. Thank you guys for bearing with me. I swear I know technology. You know, I swear I'm pretty good at this, but it's just not working out for me. And here's Brittany. Brittany is here.
Hi.
Hey.
You can hear me, right?
Now, Brittany, are you able to see the comment? I can see the comment section. Can you? You might not be able to see it. It's on like the actual Google Hangout page. So if anybody has any questions, I will just read the questions out to you. Okay.
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 Yeah, I don't think I can see it. I see something that does say group chat though.
Yes, Kay. Well, yeah, it's really weird. They can see you though. Teresa says, hello, welcome, Brittany. Kay says, yes, we're cooking with grease. Yes, Kay, we're finally cooking with grease. Because for the first portion of this, I could not figure out how to see their comments, but now I can.
Okay, now you figured it out.
This is going great. So I bigged you up. I've told them about you, but I definitely wanted, and let me just go back to the questions I wrote out because I wanted. LaToya says hi, Brittany. And Jasmine says hi, Brittany.
So, hi, LaToya. Hi, Jasmine. Hi, everybody.
So, Brittany, I want you to go ahead and introduce yourself. So, the Banish the Balance Challenge participants are called the Debt Destroyers. So, introduce yourself to the Debt Destroyers.
Okay. Hi, guys. My name is Brittany Butler. I run a website called MissBFab.com. And on that website, I teach women to use their money to brand their life's purpose. So I'm really passionate about you guys finding your gift in life and also finding the money to pursue your passion, if that makes sense. So
absolutely.
That's about me. That's who I am.
Absolutely. And Brittany, can you tell the beautiful people, the beautiful participants of this challenge, how much debt you paid off?
Okay, so me and my husband started paying off debt in 2014. And so we started 2014 May. And by May 2015, we paid off $40,000 of debt. And as we move to the second year, it will be $90,000.
That is absolutely amazing. Now, does that include your mortgage or what does that include?
That's without our mortgage. We are just, of course, paying our regular mortgage. And if we leave out paying our mortgage, we'll be debt free by next year. But if we put our mortgage back in there, it'll be 5 years for every single thing that we owe.
That is so amazing. This is inspiring. And can you let us know, like, why? What prompted your decision? Like, you know what? I'm getting rid of this debt. I'm destroying it.
Okay, so what happened is we have 3 kids. So I was having my middle child's birthday.
You have 3 kids?
Yeah. 3.
You seriously? I seriously thought you had like just graduated from college, like the first time.
No, I'm 30. I got 3. Yes. So I was having my middle daughter's birthday party, and I was pregnant with my last daughter. And so we had planned the party. You know how you plan the party probably a month before. So I had all the decorations. And then when it came time to have her actual party, we had family in town and we didn't have enough money to buy the food. So we had all the decorations, we had everything set up. But thankfully, my mom just came here and she was like, oh, well, I'll buy the food. I want to help with the party. So I never had to admit that to anyone. But if she wouldn't have said that, it was like, okay, how did you plan a party, get to the end of the month, and you're not going to even be able to finish the party, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So I just I felt some kind of way, but we honestly, at that moment, we still did not start to budget. So her party was at the end of August. It didn't take us really until probably April to sit down and say, you know what, enough is enough. And that's what we did. And really, it was me getting fed up. And then I had to kind of convince my husband, but that's how we started.
And I mean, I feel like a lot of times that's us. We have to say, like, look, okay, we got to get you together, and let me take the reins and get this together.
Yes, that's exactly what happened. Yeah.
That is amazing. So how'd you guys do it? Like, I feel like, there is no magic wand. There is like certain things like, no, you just like do it. But are there any certain or particular tactics that you guys use? I mean, $40,000 and within a year is amazing. 90 within 2 years is amazing. So what were some of the things that you did?
Well, the fact that my husband gets paid once a month. We literally did this on his one income, and me staying at home with the kids, one income. This face. So really, literally, we just sat down and figured out, okay, what were we spending money on? A lot of it was me. We're in the house, we have a new house and you're just buying random things. And then my husband's really into technology. So he was wanting these little trinkets all the time and building stuff. And it was like, okay, we can't do that anymore. So really, we just sat down and put ourselves on a budget. And then from actually putting ourselves on a budget, we figured out how much extra money we really have if we're conservative and just pay our bills and have, we didn't even do pocket change in the beginning. I'm just going to be honest. But then taking our extra money and literally putting it towards our debt every month, even I think we probably started out at the beginning, maybe we were putting $500, on our debt. And then anytime somebody gave us gifts, like, when we started on this process, it was so crazy that we were getting random checks in the mail from insurance, like you paid too much on your doctor visit, or it was just random stuff that was happening. But we were good stewards over that money, and we took it and we put it towards our debt. If he got a bonus, our tax return. So everything just pretty much went to the cause. So, and like you said, it is no magic wand, but what we did is we made a plan, we stuck to it. And even if we had months where, things weren't exactly how we wanted it to be and we couldn't put the whole, 500 or what have you, we still stuck to it in the next month. Like, how can we fix this and keep going?
And I think it's important also to mention what you said about when you guys set the intention, like money just started showing up because, like I recently left to work for myself. I recently not recently, I guess it's 6 months in, I've been working for myself. And initially there was this fear, like no matter how much I made, there was always this fear, like, well, it worked out this month, but next month, there was always this fear. And once I began to let go of that fear, and I've really been working on that over the past 2 months, checks literally just show up. Like Friday, I got home and I was like, what is this? And it was a check for $100. Ooh, put that towards my debt. Like, because it was something I wasn't even expecting. And I think that's something, when you get surprise money and if you have any debt, you weren't expecting that money anyway. That money's not a loss. So go ahead and apply it to your debt. But by changing your frame of mind and setting that intention that there will always be enough, and one of the weeks we're going to focus on like grounding and affirmations and like reassuring yourself and that everything will be okay. You'll have what you need.
Yeah.
Once you begin to believe that, it just starts showing up.
Yes, really. When you become content with what you already have and you're not worried about, oh, I have to have this more, that money will show up and you'll say, you know what? I'm going to put this towards my debt. And then I like to tell people, just focus on how good it's going to feel when you're debt free and you get a paycheck and that whole paycheck is yours. You don't owe it to anyone. It is yours to keep. Like, that's what I'm looking for, right?
Amen. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you live in North Carolina, right?
Yes. Raleigh.
Okay. Okay. I just wanted people to know also what area you're coming from. Yeah, Andrea. Andrea said that's the issue for her is the fear. Fear is, I won't say fear is real because fear is a manifestation of us. Like I'm a firm believer. God gave us everything we needed. We were created complete and we have everything we need to meet every challenge that's in our life. But
Yeah.
we tend to create these fears. And once you begin to realize that fear is manufactured by you, that wasn't put there by God because you have what you need and you'll be okay, it becomes easier to address it.
Yeah, no, I think I'm always talking about the story that you tell yourself in your head. Now, we have fear to protect us from things that are dangerous, but then we start making up other things and telling our brain that those things are dangerous that really aren't dangerous to us. They're not going to harm us, they're not going to kill us. So, the only way, honestly, to get over fear is action, to just step out there and put yourself up against that fear because it's not going to go away any other way.
Amen. Absolutely. So I do want to just talk about what were your biggest lessons learned during this process?
Well, I would have to say it's probably really cliche, but the saying that when you put your mind towards something, you can really achieve it. You know, we will always hear that growing up, and it's just kind of like, okay, if you say so. But no, like really us sitting down and not just having the desire, but actually planning out what we're going to do and sticking to it, like I said, every month, even if we had a mistake or we had to take a month off. Because I was even telling my husband, like last year, a lot of family members, they got married and I was a part of their wedding. So was my daughter. We're talking about travel. And so it was a little discouraging because I'm like, I had to use money that I would have put towards my debt to participate in those things. But then when he sat down and we looked at like the numbers, we still were at the point where we're going to pay off 90K. Um, and then we're like probably 2 months behind, I guess, our little track of what we were going to do. But you can't just focus on the mistakes. So it's just the power of intention. Sorry, would be the biggest lesson. And just putting your mind towards it, even if things don't always work out the way that you planned on paper, because we do still have to live. But just, yeah. Yeah,
Absolutely.
so that's it.
That's fantastic. So, and do you have any tips for the debt destroyers as they embark on this challenge?
Yeah, so I think it would be to really just start. Sit down, look at your numbers. You know your income like the back of your hand. You don't always know your outcome. So really sit down and look at what you're spending money on because sometimes when you look at those numbers, you'll be surprised to see how they add up. And then look at the stuff that you're spending money on and decide, is this really of value to me? Like, do I really need to be spending money on that? Even if it's cable, even if it's certain cell phone plans, do I have to have unlimited minutes? Do I have to have all these things? And deciding what's more important to you, travel, your retirement, or building a business are just temporary things that you could probably do without until you get a better base on your money and your finances.
Brittany, were there any things that you guys cut back on as a family when you started this, or like what were some of the easy things that you were able to cut back on to make more room in your budget?
We did. I'm trying to remember some of the things that we cut out. I know it's like some different like insurance. I know we had called and got a different insurance company for our car. I started couponing. That's something too that I did start doing so that we moved our food budget to just being $500 a month, food and household items. So that helped a lot. And then just being conservative, like I said, no more like randomly buying pots and pans and my husband buying his little technology things. And so we have had to cut a lot of stuff. I started, but you know what? It helped me, I guess, just be more resourceful. Like I started again doing my nails, taking better care of my hair instead of just relying on going to get it done. I started researching how to take care of my natural hair and wearing it that way, buying wigs that were inexpensive, so still maintaining my lifestyle, but just being a little bit more creative with it.
So you didn't deprive yourself, and I think a lot of people are fearful of that they feel like they're going to have to go into this deprivation cocoon. I don't do deprivation. I think there are still small things you can do for yourself. So you didn't deprive yourself. You just found better ways or less expensive ways to do things you wanted to do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Which is really important. Okay. And so I was taking notes actually. And so my last question is, so where can everybody connect with you at? Because I'm not going to take too much time out of your day, but I definitely have a feeling that you and I are going to connect and do a longer form, something. So,
Yeah, we need to.
So where can everyone find you at?
So you guys can find me on my website, msbfab.com. I have a library of free resources there. I also have a free email course. And then I'm Miss B Fab socially everywhere. I'm trying to build up my Instagram. I didn't know Instagram was so intense. So I'm on there. I'm on Instagram. And I pin a lot. Like I pin other budgeting stories or articles on Pinterest. So yeah, that's where you guys can keep up with me. I would love to connect with you guys because I'm just here talking to Tonya. So it's almost like I can't, get to you guys and talk to you, but I would love to connect with you guys.
Absolutely. We're going to make that happen. I'll probably bring you back halfway through.
Okay.
Especially if people are having any particular challenges or something like that, we can do like a power support call. So
Okay.
I'll definitely be reaching out to you. And I would love to share some of the resources that you've created with the participants. We have 3,600 people in there. I can see Evelyn. I can see you, Evelyn. We have 3,600 participants. And so I know that they would love to be connected with you.
That's amazing. I'm like, when you had that number on Twitter, I'm like, oh my goodness, that is so great that many people signed up. I'm like really excited about that.
Me too. There's some work to be done. So I'm going to let you go and enjoy the rest of your day with your beautiful family. And then I'm going to start to bring this call to a close because it's Sunday. So I don't want to monopolize everybody's time. But I will talk to you later. Thank you so much for carving time out of your day for us.
Okay, yes, definitely keep in touch with me. And thank you for having me on. I truly appreciate it. Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So I hope that you guys were inspired. Like I'm inspired by Brittany. I definitely thought Brittany was, thought she was younger, well, she is still young. I'm 32 this year. I'm 32 this year. And she is, she's still young and it's amazing. I think that it's remarkable to see other people who have successfully paid off their debt. During this challenge, I want to bring people to you who have paid off their debt. So the next person probably will be one of my business partners, Melanie, who I alluded to earlier, and she paid off $100,000 of student loan debt in 3 years. So I'm going to bring Melanie to you guys and just other people as resources who have had these amazing debt repayment stories, just to reiterate that you can do it. We're all special, but there's not anything that they have that you don't, that disqualifies you from accomplishing the same thing. So I just really want to continue to remind you, like everyday people are doing this and you can do it too. And this is within your path. So I want to continue to share that. And I'm so happy that Janelle got me right with the comments. So now I can see and chat back with you guys, and it's perfect timing because we're going to get into the Q&A. If anybody has any questions or anything about the experience and how it's going to flow, you'll have the opportunity to ask your questions. And so I just really wanted to drive back again, before we talk about letting go of your failures. I just really want to remind you to stop using your memories to shame yourself. Don't use your memories to shame yourself anymore. If you use your memories to think about the moments in your life where you were triumphant. Use those to propel you during this. I'm going to be here supporting you and patting you on the back and celebrating with you and, talking to you when you feel like you need someone to talk to about this journey. But just remember, I posted the website in here. Let me post it one more time. But I just want to remind you guys that use your memories to build constructive experiences because you can own your power and own your ability to create these new experiences and the change in your life that we're working towards. And then just also wanted to drive home. Thank you guys. I see a lot of people sharing and helping each other in the group and like sharing resources and sharing links and answering questions. I appreciate that. I feel like this is a sisterhood. I really feel like we have a sisterhood in this Facebook group and this experience. I see people coming to, support each other. I know Marletta, she was like, I had a bad day, y'all. I spent more money than I should have. And I saw everyone kind of come and just rally around her. So just remember, just treat each other with love and respect. Like, this is a community, and the community will only be as loving as we are to each other. So there are certain things that will not be tolerated in the community. We're going to upload the guidelines, but disrespect of any sort is not tolerated. We won't kick you out of the group immediately, but if you have a pattern of being disrespectful, then you will get kicked out the group. You have to remember, everybody has different experiences. Everyone has different challenges. Everyone responds differently. So you can't expect people to respond to things the same way that you would, or you can't expect them to deal with struggle in their life the same way that you would. So treat people with love and respect. You never know what somebody's going through, and you just, liking it or putting a heart in the comment box or saying you're not alone can make the difference of their day and their overall experience. So just remember that. And we'll be uploading group guidelines either tonight or tomorrow. I'll also be sharing this video, this broadcast, in the Facebook group for anybody that wasn't able to see it. And I'll be answering questions, within that thread. Because I know that this, some people still haven't got home from church, or some people just like, it's Sunday, I'm in the bed, boo. So whatever it may be, I just want you to know, I'm going to make this accessible to you. I want to be accessible to you. As far as I'm concerned, y'all are my #1 priority for the next couple of days. Like, y'all, next couple of weeks, y'all are my #1 priority. So if you have any questions for me, I'm here to answer them. Pamela, I'm so happy you're a part of this too, boo. I'm so happy you're a part of this. I am thankful for each and every one of you. You guys have no idea. I've been doing My Fab Finance for 3 years, but sometimes it can feel alone. And by creating this community, like, I'm able to talk to each of you. And Dion, we'll get you the link to the Facebook group. Dion, you're not the Dion I went to Fayetteville State with, are you? I'm not sure. I went to school with someone who spelled their name very similar to you. I don't know if you're the one I went to Fayetteville State with. But we'll get you the link to the Facebook group. Janelle, if you're on here, can you post that in here? If not, I'll get it for you. Yes, Andy. So does anyone have any questions? Latoya, I won't, but I will be sending information directly to your inbox, Latoya. So information will come directly to your inbox, but I probably won't be sharing it on Google Plus because we're closing the challenge down. That's another thing I want people to know. So today is the last day. Oh, okay, you're from California. Okay. So today is the last day that we are accepting registrants for it because since we have the cash giveaway component, we want to make sure that we're able to keep track of everyone has an equal opportunity. So they're starting at the 8 weeks and ending at the 8 weeks. So we will be closing the registration for this effective tomorrow. So if you know today, so if you know anybody who needs to be in here, let them know they can't get in after today. And then because of that, we're not sharing the information publicly. It will only be sent to you via email and via Facebook group. If you realize you did not get an email on Monday and you search your inbox and you don't have one for me, let me know so that I can make sure that we can troubleshoot on our end and to remind you if there's anything you need to change in your email settings or anything so that you can make sure you're getting our emails. And Kay, I'm happy you're here too. Thank you so much. I'm so thankful for you guys. Do you know of any legit work at home jobs? Also, I worked on my credit last year using a free credit report site. How can I get my report again to check my progress? Okay, so any legit work from home jobs, we're going to cover that in the challenging course. I have a week that's dedicated to finding extra money in your life. So most likely, the giveaway for that will be a resource guide on legitimate work from home jobs or ways that you can generate extra money, Nisi. And then where can you get your free report? Well, get a report to check your progress. I like this website called Privacy Guard, and I'm going to put it in here. It's called Privacy Guard. I'm just entering that in here. So I like the website called Privacy Guard. The way Privacy Guard works, they give you your credit report, they give you your credit scores. It's more accurate than Credit Karma, Quizzle, and Credit Sesame. The only thing about it is if you don't cancel within the first 14 days, they'll charge you $14 for the month, Nisi. So you can get the report for $1 today. You have 2 weeks to cancel. So what I suggest doing is pulling your report today and then going and canceling tomorrow. Setting a reminder to cancel it tomorrow. And then you can get your report basically for $1. Latoya, I understand. Latoya, honestly, I did not have Facebook until I started a business. I was on Facebook. I went on a Facebook fast and it was amazing. I didn't have Facebook for 3 years. And I started my business. People are like, no, you need to connect with people on Facebook. So I totally understand. So you'll get everything in your inbox. Okay. The student loan, Janelle, can you share the blab for the student loan webinar that we did with Stanley? I have that, Kay. We'll share it here in the links as well. And it's also in the Facebook group as well. So does anybody have any questions about the Banish the Balance challenge? There are certain things I'm going to be answering throughout the challenge in the Facebook group and everything. But for today, I just want to find out if you had any questions about the challenge, how it's going to flow. Like Tonya, you didn't explain that to me. I'm clueless. Are there any things? And no question is a dumb question. Trust me. There are almost 70 people on here. If you have it, somebody else probably has it. So you're doing them a favor if you ask it first. So student loan rehabilitation process. I'm just trying to read this. I don't know if I'm in a position to do anything while I'm doing it. I just put money aside in my savings for student loans until it's over? Kazuniko, send that to, I feel like I want Stanley to answer that. And I also want to make sure if do you not have any other debt, Kazuniko? Because if you don't have any other debt, then I'll definitely direct you to the student loan attorney we work with to find out what's the best way to save money during this challenge so that when you come out of rehabilitation, you can go get them. Evelyn, you ain't alone. Fear happens to the best of us. It happens to the best of us. I remember I watched a Beyonce documentary and she's talking about like how she was scared when she got on stage. I'm like, oh, you are Beyonce. But she's even scared when she goes on the stage. And it happens to the best of us. A lot of people say do it afraid, because I don't think anybody is completely abolished with fear. Okay, Kazuniko. So we're can you put your email in here so that Janelle can follow up with you and we'll connect you with Stanley, our student loan attorney, so that we can just let him know that you are in the rehabilitation process, but you're participating in the challenge. So how can we get you in the best footing? Andy, the cash aspect, and thank you, Janelle. Andy, the cash aspect is there is a $250 cash prize. Yay, I said your name right. There's a $250 cash prize to the person who pays off the most debt. And we're working on doing like these small weekly giveaways to people. So it won't be $250, but it'll be a weekly giveaway each week just to reward you for continuing to participate. So the person who pays off the most debt will get $250. You can use it how you want to. You can buy Beyonce tickets. You can like go take yourself on a spa day. You can pay off your debt. I'm not judging how you use your winnings, but it's $250 for you to do what you want with it. Mondell is to pay off or pay down. Wherever your debt is to pay off or pay down your debt. So if your debt is, if you have an amount that you can pay off during this challenge, say you have a smaller credit card that is, maybe $1,000, and you're like, this is the 8-week challenge. I'm going to pay $250 every other week. Whatever it may be, you can pay it off or pay it down. Any suggestions with a tax debt? It seems to never end. Jasmine, there are attorneys that help negotiate settlements when it comes to tax debt. Stanley, the student loan attorney, has also helped people with that. So we'll need to connect you with Stanley too. So if you shoot me an email to Tonya@myfabfinance.com or info@myfabfinance.com, we'll definitely get you hooked up with him. Sarita, guidelines and what debt should we pay first? Absolutely. Absolutely. That's covered in week 2. Week 1, we're getting a handle on what your debt is. Week 2, we talk about different debt repayment strategies. So yes, absolutely, we're going to cover that. How often will you do live presentations? Sheila, I'm thinking that I know we're going to do one at week 4. I know for a fact we're going to do one at week 4. I'm thinking we'll do one now, week 4, and at conclusion. So I'm thinking we're going to have a total of 3. So this is the first one. We'll have 2 more, Sheila. And if the group is like, Tonya, we need some love, I will make sure that I do one. I'm available to y'all. Like, My Fab Finance is my full-time job. I'm here to serve y'all. I'm dedicated to you guys for the next 8 weeks and beyond. So we'll do what we can. And if we need another live one, I'll do another live one. And yes. And Kazuniko, you can start your cake business while you have student loan debt. I mean, we can talk about that. I do have another course, Financially Preparing to Be Your Own Boss. That's a course right now we're focused on paying off debt, but I do have a course, Financially Preparing to Be Your Own Boss, where I help people figure out how to bootstrap and build their business while broke, as well as creating the income, your income plan, your multi-income stream plan, and everything else that you need to become your own boss. Oh, well, congratulations, Andy. Congratulations. Maybe I need to have you on too about paying off your debt. I probably need to have you on as well. So if we don't have any more questions, of course, I'm in like mass planning mode because we just want to make sure everything is working right. What you can expect next is we're going to send you a survey. Everybody's going to get it, whether you're on here or not, but everyone will get the welcome survey. So we'll send you the welcome survey that just helps us understand where everybody's coming from, how much debt, and then also helps us measure the impact at the end, because I'll also send it out to find out like what did you end up paying off. So I'll be sending that out at the end, but you'll get the welcome survey. I'll also post it in Facebook group, and we'll send it in everybody's email. Just a reminder that the challenge starts tomorrow and everything else that you would need. So I believe that is the end of our time. I'm going to cue some outro music. Let's see what we're going to cue for outro music.